Chatting to trainer Gavin Smith ahead of racing on Friday, looking forward to 8 races once again on the turf. And the first race again is a maiden work riders race, and for the Gavin Smith yard we'll see the riders Sadek Watson and Sibongile Liaba in action. Sadek will be riding Happy Vibes, who's new to the yard, lightly raced 4-year-old filly, and Sibongile will be on Fly Better, who has been refitted with the blinkers.
Yeah, both fillies are fit and well nights. It's just one of those type of races where they're going to need, to come out the gates properly. And if they're in touch, they can both be there. And the new filly, if she doesn't need it, she should be right on top of them as well, working well enough for home.
Race 2 is a novice place, and here we will see Heya Fecha Lakatol, who was a bit unlucky in the running last time out, only getting a gap late, and racing alongside him Green Falcon, who could be interesting to see cut back to 1400.
Yeah, he was very unlucky last time, Nades, and he got going late, and I think, just past the post he was a winner. But I think he likes to be ridden like that too. He likes to be hidden away and given a chance, and you take your chances. And it's just unlucky that they were sort of like running around in front of him. He enjoys it long straight 1400, and he's back on the turf 1400 this Friday. There is a horse in there with a high rating, which was run against strong horses, so I think we all got that to peg back. And Green Falcon, he's a funny chap as well. He wants things his own way. We have been running him from off the pace, but maybe going to sit him a bit handier this week.
3 runners in race 3, all of Flaming Drum, Anna Karenina and Sarnish Girl.
Sarnish Girl lightweight, maybe back in the quartets. She's eventually, she's gotten stronger, she's taller, and she knows what she's doing. Anna Karina, she's also got a lightish type of weight, track and trip suits her. And Flaming Drum, he is on the up, Nades, he's just got to settle the early part, and we're trying him back on the grass of the long straight again.
Moving to race 4, another 3 runners. Demigod races off steady form at the moment. Alaskan Fate, while she's never to be left out over track and trip, and they all race alongside Mother of Pearl.
Yeah, Mother of Pearl last time, we can just ignore the run totally. A saddle slipped right up her neck. Up until then she was in contention, so I can't read anything to that run. Have stepped up a little bit in trip, and she's doing well at home. Alaskan Fate, track and trip, she loves it, that's her best. The long straight mile at Fairview, I wouldn't leave out the quartets. And Demigod, she seems to be preferring the poly, but it might not just be the surface, it might just be the way they race. And you've got to give her a chance in the grass again.
As we move to race 5, Dame of Flames, well, she'll be making her hat-trick bid. She'll race alongside Trump My Queen, who's new to the yard.
Yeah, Dame of Flames, she's hit peak form, she's doing well at home. Small but very competitive field. She takes on a very good sort, I feel. And Trump My Queen, new to the yard. It's her first start, and I do feel she'll be in need of it the last little bit.
The yard will step out 4 horses in race 6. We're going to start with Errol's Legacy and Komasan's Passion. These two both met last time out, where they both really enjoyed being back on turf and placed.
Yeah, exactly that, Nate. Both these little girls, they ran last week, but it is a race to suit them, and you've got to take them with both hands when they come, and they pulled up safe and sound, and they love being back on the turf. And it's the same again, fillies 1200 turf, and pulled up well, have to take our chances, and they're well in themselves, wouldn't leave them out back in the quartets.
Joining them will be Successful Lady, who races Freshened Up, and Big Sky Country.
Same, both these girls also been waiting for the turf in their division. Successful, working well at home, got a nice lightweight, and as well as Big Sky Country, her new Zay get on well, track and trip suits, also into the quartets, Nate.
The feature race of the day is race 7. Here the yard will run Stranger Danger, who has his peak run, and Slim Yanni, who actually ran a great race last time out, considering just how out at the weights he was.
Nate, Stranger, track and trip suits down to the ground. He's come down a few points in the rating. I feel he's come back to peak nicely now. Leave him in, I wouldn't leave him out of the quartets. I'd include him. And Slim Yanni, he was pounded in the rating for his win run prior. And last time taking our chances in the poly. For the poly challenge, the setup of the weights just didn't suit him as well, and he came out slow and he was caught far back, so I wouldn't read a hell of a lot into that run. He's doing well enough at home, and expect him to be knocking.
Final events of the day is race 8, and here we'll see Great Melody, easy winner last time out. He did unfortunately pay the price, but looks in the right place to still be able to follow up. First Origin, improved in his last, and I'm sure we can expect more. And finally, Modern Magician.
No, Great Melody. It was an emphatic win last time out. He came out running, and that was him. He loves 1,000 on the turf, and it was in 2 miles ready to run him. He had a lot of weight, but then looked at the field and looked how it cut up, and took our chances. He loves track and trip, and he's very well at home. First Origin, nice run last time out. He's come on from that. Expect him to be knocking once again. May just prefer 1200. And Modern Magician, lightweight, 1,000 metres, track and trip. If you go back in his form, it's probably been his best.
So the yard have 3 runners that can all get a look in the last. That does sum up what the last race is usually like in the Eastern Cape, but certainly topping those 3 for me is Great Melody.